Airplanes, jetpacks, helicopters, hover cars, spaceships, superpowers, hang gliders, wingsuit. Yeah, those are all well and good, acceptable ways of navigating the skies above us. There's got to be at least one more way to really be the master of atmospheric mobility, a way that's above the ground but not disconnected from it, that moves you only from point A to point B while suspended from a physical manifestation of the route you intend to travel. A means of travel that helps a ragtag group of mountaineering heroes fight to save the world from the evil forces seeking to dominate it. Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is the history of Sky Commanders. Sky Commanders is a 1987 toy line from Kenner and 13-episode animated series from Hanna-Barbera. The noble Sky Commanders are a team of specialists led by General Mike Summit.
What a pro.
They fight back against the forces of General Plague and his group of raiders who are attempting to harness a new power source that will allow them to take over the world. See, there's a brand new continent called the High Frontier. Somewhere in the South Pacific, a new mass of land is growing thanks to a new element called Theta 7. Kind of like that scene in Superman Returns where Lex Luthor creates an entire island out of kryptonite. Theta 7 is an incredibly volatile material that is also a powerful source of energy. If you could harness its power, you could conceivably use that power to take over the world. That's the Raiders' plan. Step 1, harvest the Theta 7. Step 2, Step 3, rule the world. But the problem for the Raiders, the Sky Commanders, and the High Frontier Tourism Board is that the continent of High Frontier is totally uninhabitable, unnavigable due to the constantly fluctuating environmental conditions. It is, after all, an emerging landmass pushed up from the planet core through violent tectonic activity initiated by the radioactive element. There are lava waterfalls, avalanches, earthquakes, acid quicksand, volcanoes, hot pockets, mudslides, chocolate fountains, gravy boats. You can't just fly a regular hoverjet or rocket backpack into conditions like that. Okay, yeah, sometimes you can. There are clear days on High Frontier as well. As long as you're flying higher than the jagged mountain peaks, it's fine.
You're fine.
But most of the time, you're gonna wanna zip line around from peak to peak, mountaintop to canyon, scaling walls and reorienting your trajectory on the fly like Rico Rodriguez from the Just Cause series of video games. Get yourself a special backpack that can shoot laser cables in opposite directions, which then phase change into physical lines that you then traverse in your personal attack gondola. It's a much more experimental and dangerous, a much more expensive alternative to a helicopter and some patience. Yes, the Raiders are attempting to steal all of the Theta 7, but, and I'm just spitballing here, what if we put like a battleship just outside the weather effect zone, and as the Raiders, there's only like 5 of them. As the Raiders emerge with all the Theta 7, we just blow them all up.
Sky Commanders, where all the action is above the ground. Each sold separately with a figure, as Battle Track Protector sets his defense.
Battle track locked!
High above, the evil Jackal Raider takes aim.
Sky Commander, head for cover! Launch, Jackal! Miss me, Raider! Rapid deployment! Counterattack! Charge!
Sky Commanders, protectors of the High Frontier.
Got him! Yeah!
Battle Track Protector comes with everything seen here. Other vehicles sold separately. New from Kenner.
Convoluted concepts and gimmick-based mythologies were standard operating procedure in the 80s. Hasbro's Air Raiders had its entire mythology built around the air-powered toy mechanisms. Visionaries were all about the hologram stickers. Dino Riders was all about riding dinosaurs. You engineer the selling points of the toy line, then you figure out the narrative reasons behind it. And it makes total sense for kids' toy lines. It's the kind of thing kids themselves do all the time. I came up with perfectly reasonable explanations as to why my G.I. Joe figures had to traverse a giant bookcase in the hallway at my grandparents' house. Or I didn't. It was a giant bookcase and the Joes had to get to the top fighting Cobra along the way. It didn't need to make sense as long as it was fun. You really have to accept the premise of Sky Commanders at face value. Suspend your disbelief, or you will not enjoy the show or the toys. Because I'm pretty sure this line was created by someone trying to figure out what to do if the floor was literally lava. Sky Commanders the cartoon was produced by Hanna-Barbera in partnership with Toei Animation, part of the Funtastic World of Hanna-Barbera programming block. It feels like it could coexist with shows like G.I. Joe and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Sky Commanders, the show, was created to sell the line of Kenner toys. Like Kenner's other property, Mask, which had debuted the year before in 1986, Sky Commanders was a vehicle-based property first. Action figures were incidental accessories. The line was broken up into small backpack sets, larger vehicle sets, one play set, and lots of string, each one with a different play gimmick related to rappelling, sliding, climbing, or otherwise moving from one end of a line to the other. Neither the show nor the toy line did well enough to merit continuation. The string-based play gimmick and mountain climbing themes couldn't maintain the enthusiasm level of a Transformer or Bustin' Ghosts. Just setting up the toys took a bit more planning and effort than flying a Sky Striker around the room. Do you have places that you can attach both ends? Is there enough of a slope for gravity to do its part? How tangled up is the string from the last time you played? Sky Commanders didn't get the market saturation support that a lot of other 80s properties received. Cartoons, toys, lunchbox, and nothing else that we could find. If it's out there, it's not on my internet. The complete Sky Commanders series was released on DVD in 2012 for the 25th anniversary. You can also watch all 13 episodes on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and here on YouTube. Sky Commanders was a brief flash in the toy aisle, an unusual story driving the form and design of the vehicles and characters, an entire mythology devoted to bringing a very specific play mechanic to life. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you very much to those of you who already are. If you're in a position to help the channel grow, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/toygalaxy or become a channel member at youtube.com/toygalaxytv/join. Both Patreon and YouTube channel membership have the same exclusive content, so choose your own adventure. Please share this video and let us know in the comments down below what your Sky Commander name would be. We can't all be General Summit. Call me Captain Carter Carabiner. No, Admiral Ascension. Sergeant Rock? It's taken. It's legal issues there.
Cut.